Hi everybody, I'm Juan. After I had the greatest human being experience, I had to create my next great experience, which is to find a way to share the greatest one and to develop the tools to do it. Or better said, to get into the sharing not only myself, but also those who have been waiting for this. A few of them consciously, most of the others who are ready unconsciously. If at first I thought it would be easy to get into the next one after having the greatest one, I did not truly realize the magnitude and characteristics of the next one. This one that had to be consciously created and developed. Let me explain myself here. While everybody is pursuing to realize their own personal greatest experience, and most of them would get deeply amazed at knowing, being shared, the true greatest one, they would also skip consciously or unconsciously to take or to put themselves in the path to have such an experience beyond imagination. Why? By ignorance or lack of primordial consciousness and fear. The greatest human being experience has been misinterpreted for most of those who heard or witnessed it, and distorted by many who made themselves unable to accept it when they could not find a way to understand it, much less to get into it. Also, we have been restricted, limited, prevented from, inhibited by the orientation that prevails in our present civilization for the development of our temporal rational identity that we need in order to experience life according to our own primordial individualities. Yes, we have been raised, educated, induced, forced to develop a rational identity to serve a model of civilization in which the free, joyous expression of the true nature of the human being and its inherent power of creation has been conditioned or inhibited, consequently limiting and or distorting our development with the resulting big messes the prevalent civilization model at the realization of its purposes has been created around us, around the whole world since our emergence to consciousness. Messes almost nobody would deny, much less today. Since our emergence to consciousness, our awareness development has been induced by fear, or to say it more nicely, mostly affected or conditioned by fear. That's simple. Most people would say they do not fear, but they would not dare to question the prevalent frame of reference to guide our prevalent consciousness development and the pursuit of our experiences. Our civilization leaders, those who design our civilization according to their interests and conveniences derived from the detention of temporal power, has been leading directly or indirectly by fear to serve their frame of reference and purposes at the expenses of the needs and the hopes of those whom they, the leaders, say represent or promise to serve. They, the civilization leaders, are mostly responsible of the prevalent inhibition by ignorance and fear to realize the greatest human being experience we were created for. What could I come up with in order to motivate to explore the best human being experience? I could say many things, but a question that arises is, who would truly listen? One thing I keep firmly in my heart is to show the extraordinary benefits, consequences of having such an experience. After realizing these consequences, after getting conscious and truly understanding of these consequences, no one could be the same person they were before achieving that consciousness, before jumping into another level of consciousness. What could be greater than becoming or realizing, getting conscious that we are our own creator, and also getting conscious of the entire existing creation power, a power inherent to us, a power inherent to the existence intelligence we have been long trying to decode and understand, a power naturally at our reach. Yes, a power we can today scientifically explain and energetically confirm beyond where we have been limited or distorted thought by our civilization religions leaders. Could we explain and confirm a power from another existent dominion, realm, different from our relative one in which we are manifested? Yes, there is a way here on earth. Are we our own creator? And what about God? Please, let's talk about God in another opportunity. The truth has been scaring most of us and our civilization designer from its beginning. Yes, we are our own creators, and here on earth we are our own life experiences creators. We can get truly conscious of being our own creator and to consciously exercise the power of creation freely, absolutely freely, in spite of the local temporal circumstances of life through which we may need to walk, and also free from our leaders, without interfering with their models and or limited, interested, distorted interpretation of right and wrong. What could I mean with this assertion? I invite you to find out, and to find about the power of creation, power inherent to the existence of intelligence that today can be scientifically explained and energetically confirmed. Also, the greatest human being experience led to an astonishing gift to our civilization to help it, the civilization, solve its two greatest challenges to its collective will. Please go to the website www.echoesfrometernity.com to know about the extraordinary way to explain and confirm the power of creation and these two greatest challenges, and to download never published before original information to help the civilization solve its two greatest challenges to its collective will, and to help its individuals become who they pursue to experience. Individually, intimately, you may find orientation to understand and eventually take the way to having the greatest human being experience. To know what to review, just check on and download an extraordinary gift the present civilization has been given after having achieved the greatest human being experience. The greatest scientific and primordial breakthroughs and an extraordinary announcement to the civilization on earth that are beautifully summarized in the catalog Journey to the Center of the Universe. Please have a look at the reference website in the illustration that is being displayed next. Thank you very much for your attention.